When negotiating with Indian business partners, invest in the relationship.
Hello, I'm Agnes Kunkel, your host at Nego.coach. We make negotiation success easy.
Our guest today is Dr. Ludwig Wagatha. Ludwig Wagatha has over 30 years of management and consulting experience. As head of global sales for a world-leading manufacturer of measuring and control devices, he regularly visited India. He negotiated both strategic and operative projects with local partners in Chennai and elsewhere.
Hello Ludwig, happy to have you here as a guest at Nego.coach. Let's talk about India.
Well, thanks for having me.
When you work with Indian business partners, what is important, what is different?
Most people think negotiating is difficult to begin with, but with partners from a different background, there are different implicit assumptions, and that may give rise to all kinds of misunderstandings. Well, if you look at the dimensions of behavior, there are significant differences. The first thing that I should mention is simply the topic of relationship. Do we have to have a relationship? In Germany, we're proud of our Sachorientierung. We don't look at the people. That's different in other countries. You may not get a proper open feedback if you have no good relationship. You just make it some non-committal remark. The other topic that we underestimate as Europeans is the topic of hierarchy. Historically, India is a very hierarchical country. Of course, that may disappear nowadays when there are American companies employing thousands and 10,000s of people. But the background is still hierarchical. And we may simply talk to the wrong person or address the wrong person when we are trying to find a solution.
Are there other aspects we have to keep in mind?
Well, let's talk about communication itself. The simple fact that everybody around the table speaks English may not mean very much. We express things in a different way. Indians may be much more careful not to step on toes. So if they say, well, this may be difficult, there may be some obstacles along the way, we may have to translate that into German as that will never work. On the other hand, if we express ourselves in our usual direct way, like saying, das haben Sie noch nicht verstanden. You did not yet understand it. It might be much better to say, excuse me, it seems I did not express that very well. Would you mind if I explain it again in other words? After all, saving face is a very important concept in Asia. And then there are other dimensions, like the concept of time. Germans are very proud of being punctual, and so are Swiss and Japanese. On the other hand, if you work with our French colleagues, the French consider themselves to be much more flexible, rearranging priorities if different things arise. And in India, there is a concept of cyclical time. In Hinduism, you have a rebirth, which is cyclical. So that may be another topic where you have continual misunderstandings, time and the meaning of time.
Okay, Ludwig, so many different ideas. What would be your main recommendation for working and negotiating successful with Indian business partners?
Well, if you really want to have a good result, invest in the relationship. It's time well spent. Of course, it takes time. You have to drink coffee, you have to chat, you have to have small talk, you have to have dinner and whatever. But it will pay off and you'll get better results. I think that's the main recommendation.
Thank you, Ludwig. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Agnes.
thank you for watching. Please follow us on LinkedIn or our website Nego.coach. Soon you will find there new episodes on body language, international negotiations, large negotiations, and great and wonderful guests. Any comments, any questions, please contact us at hello@nego.coach. Thank you. Hope to see you soon on Nego.coach.